My name is Paul Chapman. I'm a World War II veteran. I volunteered 1943. So everybody around who joined or was drafted, I was just one of them. I had a friend that was going to go in the Army, so I said, I'll follow you. I went to Fort Devens, and from there to New York City, take care of German prisoners. Hadn't shaved or nothing for months probably. They come from North Africa. We just processed them and put them on a train and shipped them up to northern Maine, way up in the woods, big area. I think they told me that they'd let them run free because where are they going to go? And from New York, we went up to Scotland. And from there down across to England, to Liverpool, then across the Channel to Antwerp, and from there to Reims. So we would just disperse out to the places that needed you. From there I went to the 101st Airborne. They shipped me to the 327th Glider Infantry. I wasn't a jumper. I was in the glider infantry. You didn't jump on a plane. You go to battle or wherever you were going in a glider, towed by a plane. The first time I went up, the plane was up in the air, and I looked out. And we're going to run right into that plane down there. Come to find out that the guy which one was towing us. So that's kind of scary when I figured we were going to run into that plane. But other than that, just like sitting in the chair. I never went into combat in a glider. You had to find a field or someplace to land. The Germans had put railroad iron in the ground up that high. So when a glider come down, and they'd run into those iron stakes, which wasn't healthy. I was a mortarman, carried mortar. Now it's in three parts, a mortar. The base, the tube, and the tripod. Each man carried a part with one mobile from there. Down across Germany, the town of Ulm, U-L-M. And we come out of that town, and all I could see was a big church. The whole town was just flattened. Bombers had bombed it, but they left that one church. I couldn't imagine how in the hell they could have left that one church when the whole town was just flattened. In Germany, in the mountains, I come across a little deer. Deer over there aren't big like we have them. They're only about that high. And I think his mother, I don't know what happened to him, but his mother wasn't around. So I kept him under my wing, had him for 6 months, but anyway, he stayed right with us all the time. And we called him Moose. He's crazy over gum and crackers. But everybody looked out for him. He'd sleep right with you. I don't remember one of them or just me, but I looked into a barn, and they were hanging up from the ceiling. They'd slaughtered pigs, and they were cut in half. So this is in the winter, freezing cold. So I hacked off a piece of that pork chop about that long, tied it onto my belt, and I had that every night. If we had a fire, I'd slice off a piece of him and have a pork chop. It was dirty, sometimes all muddy. Went through one town, there's a huge, probably as big as this room almost, wooden barrel, like a big barrel. They're full of wine. So we just emptied our jerry cans, water cans, blow a hole in it, and filled our jerry cans with wine. So you can imagine what them guys, what we were doing for a day or two. And I ended up right in Hitler's summer home, which was bombed all to hell. There was nothing left. At that time, the war ended. Took a while to get adjusted. Everything was different. You have to adapt. I started farming, but that didn't turn out. So I had a big strawberry garden, and they had a drought that year, and all of my strawberry plant just withered on the vine. So I said, this is not for me. So I went to a boat shop, started working there. And I worked there for 30-something years, building boats, lobster boats mostly. Cruisers, gave up working there and building boats in the barn. Was I scared? Maybe at times. Overall, no, I don't think I was. It wasn't a hard job for me.